Good morning. It is 7:53 a.m. on Wednesday, June 16th, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I didn't really just get up, but I am running late, so I just go ahead and doesn't make this video any shorter, but it does just mean I'm in kind of a all right, well, gotta get moving sort of mood. Um, that's how it goes sometimes. Not that I have anything really specific that I'm late for. It's just it's time. It's time to start the day and all of that good stuff. So what? Okay, give me. Let me actually organize my thoughts and say things in a coherent way rather than just making noises at you. Rolled credits on Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart yesterday. I think yesterday's video I had mentioned how I displayed the appropriate restraint to not stay up too late to finish it, previous night. But last night I did finish it, and it's pretty good. I liked it a lot. It definitely is a game that encourages a new game plus mode because one of the big things in a Ratchet and Clank game is it has all sorts of crazy weapons and you can level them up and upgrade them and everything. And so a new game plus where you sort of replay the main story, but you start with all of the weapons you had at the end of the last one and you can continue to upgrade them even more and they just get even crazier. That's a lot of fun. So I'm pretty close to the platinum trophy on that one too, and in fact, I believe that that one is it's it's got a pretty good, I think, set of platinum trophies. Meaning, there are some games where they're the getting the platinum is just kind of ridiculous. But this one was pretty good. Like you don't have to beat it on the highest difficulty or anything like that. It is interesting that there is a trophy for getting a certain set of collectibles, and those collectibles, unlike most of the rest, are not tracked on your map. So, like most of the collectibles, you can get a thing mid game that shows all of these, the gold bolts and raritanium deposits and these things that you can, collect in the game show on the map. But this one particular collectible, and there's one in each sort of game environment, doesn't show on the map at all. In fact, nothing even ever tells you that you should collect it. You can't track in the menu which ones you have and which ones you don't. It's interesting. It feels a little bit like an experiment just because I think the traditional way to approach those of late has been, that you want to track them all and you just have there be lots. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess technically you can track how many you have by virtue of, uh, you can look at the trophy progress. But yeah, it's fine. In any event, though, I thought it had a really good story. I liked it a lot. It's a very cool, pretty game, and I think as much as a lot of the settings look really kind of detailed and pretty, the game really shines when it's just some of the battles just get super crazy in that game in the sense of just having so many things happening on screen, and yet to the game's credit, it still all feels chaotic but not incomprehensible. And that's important to me because I think that there are definitely times when games can have so much on screen that you lose the ability to kind of track what's happening. Like one of my complaints about the design of the live action Transformers in those movies is just that they're so busy. There's just so much bizarre detail all over their bodies that when you have two of them sort of grappling each other, you lose the ability to even keep track of what am I even looking at? Like what is even happening right now? I would have to pause it and say, Oh, okay. So like that's his arm, and then okay, he's holding on to this thing. Like you lose it. It all becomes just a blur of detail that doesn't add up to a comprehensible picture. But this one, I think it's just good visual design that all of the chaotic things that might be happening. Like there's a whole bunch of different enemies around, different enemy kinds. They're all in the setting. The little power ups that you get, and the projectiles from your own weapons, and the projectiles from their weapons, and all of the different little bolts and destroyed setting pieces all over the screen, and lots of things are happening, but you still like it's chaotic, but at a glance you still know what everything is, and you're still able to process what's happening, and I think that's pretty impressive. It's a good game. I think it has a handful of just minor, like it crashed on me once. um, it has a handful of just minor places where it feels like you should be able to get up somewhere but you can't. I will say, like, to have a game map that sort of fills itself in as you explore it, but to have parts of it that it seems like you really just can't ever get to, and so you can't ever fill in that part of the map, I feel like that seems like a mistake to me. But it's not. Those are very minor nits in an otherwise solid, great game. So, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, thumbs up. But now I've got to get to work, so I'm going to leave it there, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.